They headed west to seek fortune in the California gold rush. Some were former slaves. When they died, 36 unidentified bodies were buried here at a place known as Negro Hill. Decades later, the Folsom Dam was built here in the 1950s, and to make way for the lake, the Army Corps of Engineers moved the remains to this cemetery a few miles away. A contractor gave them new markers, but instead of saying they came from Negro Hill, the contractor had the stones engraved with an even more offensive slur.
It's amazing of the disrespect that our forefathers are getting to change the names from Negro Hill to the N-word.
The Army Corps of Engineers says it just found out about the gravestones and have no record why the word was changed almost 60 years ago.
We apparently put these markers on these grave sites, and we are very embarrassed by the fact that these gravestones say what they say. But there's no way of knowing why we did that, so all we can do is work on being available for a solution.
But the Corps can't make the decision to replace the stones because once the graves were moved, they became the jurisdiction of El Dorado County. County supervisors say they'll consider having the markers replaced with the original words Negro Hill at the next board meeting.
If people find things offensive, then we need to be sensitive to that, and we need to make the change without modifying history. I'm totally against modifying, changing history.
Activists say supervisors can preserve that history in other ways.
If they want to put one in the Folsom History Museum, the El Dorado History Museum, and the Smithsonian, I think that would be very appropriate because a lot of people say never forget. Well, it's difficult for us to forget. It's still on the grave markers of the earliest black pioneers.
Inmates from nearby Folsom Prison are cleaning the grave sites and taking measurements. They say they're ready to step in and do the work to replace the gravestones free of charge once they get approval. Haven Daily, Associated Press, Folsom, California.